Hey there, Cancer. Welcome to your reading for the week of February 19th. This week, we're going to jump right in here, Cancer. You have this bat card in your current general energies, and the bat is, of course, about working in darkness. And then you have the sun, which is very interesting as well. So, this kind of looks like the dark coming to light. If you've been working on something behind the scenes, like a project, a business, your career, whatever the case may be, look at all this attention. You have the sun, the star, you have this Imagine card, which is great as well. So definitely we see a lot of attention coming in for you at this time. You have the sun, the lovers, and the Knight of Cups. There definitely could be new love, clearly. I mean, look at this reading. Really good for love if you want it. This could be someone who is revealing their intentions for you, that they are interested in you, clearly, right here, Cancer. So, again, for those of you that want love, this looks amazing. Even if you don't want love, this looks really, really good. But you have the bat here. So, again, I feel like something that's been in the dark is coming to light. It's not like you've been hiding anything. That's not what I feel. I just feel like it's time for you to get attention on things that matter to you, or the things that you want to grow is what I'm hearing, especially on that star card for whatever reason. If there's something that you want to see grow or flourish in your life, then I would make sure to get it as much attention as you possibly can. Sun and the star. The sun and the star together is fame and fortune. As I always say, it doesn't mean you're going to become famous, but it's amazing for getting attention on things that matter to you, or the things that you want to see grow and flourish in your life. And, that's what I would do with the sun. The sun is also about ease. And sometimes, I don't really usually feel this with the sun, but I do feel it in your reading, Cancer. He's carrying this banner right here, and he's doing it very easily, this like little child, right? So it kind of represents something that comes easily to you, and it is popping into my head that, if you have a project or something that you're working on that comes easily, then, obviously it's going to be more successful because it's easy for you to do. You have the lovers here. And I do feel there could clearly be love coming in for you. I mean, this is probably one of the better love readings I've done for you in a while. Here, you've been very patient for love. You have the King of Cups, Page of Cups. Could be another water sign. It doesn't have to be. Could just be someone who is very tapped in emotionally, or who knows how to give emotionally in a connection. And I definitely feel that. I feel like you're going to meet this person by picking some sort of new path as well. Sometimes I feel the lovers is a card, traditionally it was called the crossroads. And so traditionally it represented having a choice to make. And so I feel that you will meet this person through a new choice, or through a new journey that you're on, or through going on some sort of new journey. You have the Knight of Cups here, and the Knight of Cups can be a knight in shining armor. So for those of you that are looking for love, I do feel that this could be you kind of picking a new path here, or stepping off on a new path. That could lead to new love, like I said. This is definitely someone who could be sweeping you off your feet. So again, if someone does come in for you, then, this person could be sweeping you off your feet. It wouldn't surprise me if this person gets a lot of attention right here with the sun and the star. So, I'm not saying you're attracting someone famous here, Cancer, but you could definitely be attracting a person who gets a lot of attention with the sun and the star. And the other thing is that I think that you're going to meet this person in the world. You have the world right here. And so this would really represent you getting out into the world and, leaving your house to meet a person. So make sure to get out into the world. That's what this is saying. The other thing that I will say is that I love this card. I'll show you this card in a minute, this Imagine card. But you have the Knight of Cups here, and the Knight of Cups is normally looking into that cup, and he's dreaming of his future life. So if you have big dreams at this time, this reading really could be saying, like, it's time for you to get moving on your dreams. With the Sun card, you have the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups, again, can represent knight in shining armor. So I do feel that there could be a knight in shining armor coming in for you, someone who really sweeps you off your feet if you want love. And I feel that this could be a really solid connection coming in for you, something that makes you very happy as well, clearly. I mean, this is an amazing reading. This is just a good reading in general for you, Cancer, this week. Much better, I think, than last week. But also, it's just like a very, I get a very warm kind of feeling from it in general. So even if you don't want love, this doesn't have to be love. This could be you working on a dream, which we're going to talk about next, or working on something that you are dreaming of. And, that could be the thing that is bringing support or happiness into your life as well. With the lovers, you have the Devil. The Devil can represent toxic energy, of course. I kind of feel it could be a Capricorn coming in for you. I don't always feel bad about the Devil. To me, the Devil isn't necessarily a bad card anyway, but I do feel that there is, there could be a person who is a Capricorn coming in here, your opposite sign. The other thing that I'm getting here, Cancer, is that I kind of feel like this could be two people who have separated themselves away from something toxic. The two people on the Devil, it's hard to see on this card, but they have chains around their necks, and those chains are meant to look very loose. They could just lift those chains off their necks and they would set themselves free. So I feel for a lot of you that it's kind of like popping into my head, especially because you have the Star here, which is a card of healing, that you could be attracting someone who's healed, and you also could have healed recently. And because of that, you're attracting like a new person into your life. With the Knight of Cups, you have the Two Wands. Two Wands about taking the lead. A lot of people are getting the Two Wands nowadays. And something I will say is that the Two Wands really kind of represents stepping outside of a comfort zone. He's standing at the top of this castle, but he has the whole world in his hands, and he needs to step out into the world. He needs to leave a comfort zone here. He needs to, get out into the world, as I said. So for a lot of you, I kind of feel more that this is saying that you need to leave a comfort zone to find love, obviously, right? He has the whole world in his hands right there. We were talking about the world and needing to get out into the world. So, again, if you want love, I would definitely get out there. Next, you have this Imagine card I'm going to show you over here. It's kind of hard to see, but she has like a string tied around the moon, and she's bringing the moon down to the earth on this Imagine card. So she is bringing her dream, something she's imagining, down to earth, and I think that it is time for you to do that. Sun and the star, clearly, and the world right here. So, this would definitely represent an accomplishment. This would also represent balancing things out with the Justice card. But sometimes I think when we manifest a dream on earth, we are balancing the energy, because it's like we have a desire to do something. To balance the energy, we need to create it in the real world. And it seems to me that's what you're doing here. The Star is about realizing that what's possible for one person is possible for everyone. She's pouring the water from the pool of universal consciousness right here onto the earth. And this represents the fact that what's possible for one person is possible for everyone. Sometimes we have to get the big picture with the star. So there's this bird right here, which represents getting a bird's eye view, seeing things from a bigger perspective. And I do feel in this reading, there is something about you gaining a bigger perspective, or needing to gain a bigger perspective or a new perspective. This could represent needing to go talk to people in your life that you look up to, needing to just see other ways of doing things, needing to learn from other people, how to do whatever it is you're trying to do, like whatever you're trying to accomplish. Especially if it's a big goal, wish, or dream, now would be the time to get help, ask other people for help, whatever the case may be. And that new perspective will be the thing that kind of sets you free, is what this reading is saying to me. You have the Strength card here, so you've definitely been patient. You've been waiting. I don't know. I kind of feel this week is a really good week for water signs as well. There are like a few things that are going to be happening, and, over the next couple of months. Mars is going to move into Pisces, and that's going to be in March. But, that move, right? The reason I'm talking about it right now is because I kind of feel that water signs are going to start to feel this energy. It's almost like we're waking up from this long nap. And I feel water signs are going to feel more energetic and feel more like they can accomplish bigger and better things, and feel like they can accomplish more. It kind of sucks that Mercury is going to go retrograde in April, because, again, Mars isn't only in Pisces, I think, until April 30th, which is pretty much the whole entire time that Mars will be in. Mars will be there till like April 30th. And again, so basically Mercury will be retrograde like that whole entire time, right? So it kind of sucks, but it's like the universe is saying to water signs, you have to take action, but also it's going to be confusing, or also there's a Mercury retrograde, right? So I think that we just have to make sure that we're double checking. I think the other thing that water signs should do, especially you, Cancer, because it's showing up in your reading during this time, even though we're not in the retrograde yet, even though we have like over a month to go, obviously, we're not even in the shadow yet. I would just stay flexible. Eight of Swords is about coming up with other ways of doing things and looking for other ways of doing things. So, if you try one thing and it doesn't work, just try something else and look at it as a learning experience. I always tell people I purposely make mistakes during Mercury retrograde, because I believe that we learn like 10 times faster during Mercury retrograde. It's like, yes, you could make a mistake, but Also, I believe that you can get those mistakes out of the way a lot faster. And sometimes you don't make a mistake. There are plenty of things that I have started during Mercury retrograde that I still do, like many years later. And, really, I don't think Mercury retrograde should control our life. So don't be afraid to start things. We're not even there yet. So I don't even know why I'm talking about this other than I was talking about Mars. But, the whole Mars thing, the reason I was saying that it kind of sucks is because, just when it gets going, just when we start feeling like we have more energy as water signs, boom, Mercury goes retrograde, right? But who knows? It might not be that bad. So there you go. But let's see here. With the star, you have the lovers. You do have the lovers twice, right here. So clearly, there's love coming in for you, even if you don't want it. It's funny because sometimes people are like, I don't want love. I'm like, well, that's not going to stop someone from thinking you're attractive or stop someone from approaching you. You don't have to accept it into your life, of course not. But, there's clearly love here. With the Strength card, you have the Three of Wands. Three of Wands says, what are you waiting for? It kind of says that the Strength card kind of says that you've been training for something for a long time. At least that's what it's saying to me in your reading. And the Three of Wands says it's time to have a display of strength. Again, I always say as well that, like, who in their right mind would stick their hands in a lion's mouth? People see her taming this lion, and she is giving a display of strength, right? Because she is taming that lion, which would be a display of strength. And, I kind of feel that here, where there's some sort of display of strength that will be very beneficial for you. This could be accomplishing a goal, wish, or dream with that Imagine card. It could be you dating a person that maybe you feel like gets a lot of attention. And there's no doubt about it, they probably do, Sun and the Star. But that doesn't mean, there's a difference between getting attention and exercising attention, right? So, definitely looks like a good person coming in here. With the Eight of Swords, you have the Seven of Pentacles. If one way doesn't work, just try something else. The Seven of Pentacles is a change in direction. He's looking at those Seven Pentacles and he's saying, is the juice worth the squeeze? Is what I'm doing worth it? Or is there a better way to do things? Are there other directions that I could be moving in? And that's what I feel like you're trying to decide here with the Seven of Pentacles, is like, should I keep working on what I'm working on? Or is there something else that I could be doing? And there you go. That's all I feel there. Next, in the area of what's coming towards you, you have this unicorn card. I mean, literally could be a unicorn. So if you are attracting love into your life, I feel this could be, a quote-unquote unicorn that you're attracting into your life. Someone who's really special, someone who is kind of very expansive is what I'm getting here, someone who's a dreamer. And so you could definitely be attracting that type of person, but definitely someone you see as a unicorn. Like, I think this is something, like, this is, what's popping into my head is that this is the type of person that you will probably value for the rest of your life. So, there's a lot of value here coming in from this person. That's kind of what I feel here. Even if you don't want love, I'm getting something about value, which that's not what this card represents, by the way. But again, I read intuitively, and what's popping into my head is that you're creating something of value. This could be a valuable experience, but I feel that it's more something that you're creating in your life, Cancer. So if you're, building a business, if you're having experiences, these are all things of value. You have the King of Cups, the World, and the Nine of Cups. The King of Cups, again, can be a person who has very deep emotions. Could be another water sign that you're attracting, but you literally have everything here. So, it could be an Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, or a Leo, or a Capricorn stands out to me in this reading. But again, take it how it resonates. Could be any sign. And the King of Cups is someone who has very deep emotions. He's explored his emotions. Again, doesn't matter what gender you're attracted to either. Could be any gender. But he has very deep emotions. He's sitting in the deep ocean, and he has explored those emotions. He's not afraid to express his emotions. So definitely could be attracting a person like that into your life. You have the World. A lot of accomplishments coming in for you. So if you're trying to accomplish anything, or if you're trying to succeed in any area of your life, I see a lot of success coming in for you with the World card. This could be, pretty much anything, but I do feel for most of you that you are working on a specific goal. The whole entire reading kind of says that. You have a Star, World, the Justice card, the Imagine card. So it looks to me like you are working towards something specific and you're getting it, whatever it is. I would also say that you have a lot of moving cards here. It kind of feels like a little bit of a side note, but if you are moving, or if you desire to move, these are very good cards. You have the Nine of Cups here. Nine of Cups is a card of wish fulfillment, of course, so, there could be some sort of wish or wish fulfillment coming in for you. With all these cards of manifestation, I would definitely be bathing in the energy of what you want. I always say that Nine of Cups is, yeah, sure, it's a card of making a wish, blah, 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 but really it is a card of bathing in the energy of what you want. What the card actually represents is, he's meant to look chubby because he's about to have a feast. And so the card itself says that he's about to have a feast because he has had a feast before. And so you have to have something before you can have it. And people always say, how is that possible? I want love, but I've never had love. I want money, but I've never had money. I always say, you just have to go act as if. You have to do the things that you would do if you had love. You have to go do the things you would do if you had money. And that doesn't mean you have to spend money, but, can you go be around abundance? Can you fill your head with abundant thoughts? That's what I'd be doing here. With the King of Cups, this person is either a Capricorn or they have Capricorn in their chart for sure. You have like 3 Capricorn chart cards now, 1, 2, 3 right here. So there you go. I also feel you could be greatly increasing your finances, or you could be increasing your resources here. With the World, you have the King of Cups. This person, you could meet this person in the world, like I said. You could meet this person as a result of a move if you are moving. I also feel that this could be, I don't really feel long distance, but it could be something that starts that way. Like maybe maybe like someone's transferring to your where you work or something like that. And right now they live at a distance, but they're going to move. Something like that's popping into my head for general reading. Take it how it resonates. With the 9 of Cups, you have the Wheel of Fortune. I definitely feel you're feeling very fortunate and like your luck is changing in some way. But really, I feel that this is because you're tapping into the right energy, like I said, with the 9 of Cups. So, I would keep that train rolling, right? I would keep tapping into the energies that make you feel abundant or loved or whatever the case may be. And that's exactly what I would do here. Plain and simple. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this Thinker card. This says that someone that you are thinking about is thinking about you, is what I feel. So again, if you're thinking about a person, I think they could be thinking about you. You could also be thinking about a new type of person, I feel. So, maybe you have your eye on a new person that you've never met yet. And I kind of feel that this is saying maybe you haven't met a person yet and you're thinking about them. And maybe this person isn't thinking about you exactly. Like maybe you're the admirer here is what I'm trying to spit out. And maybe they don't know who you are. But I think that this person in general is kind of like looking maybe for what you can provide, right? Let's put it that way. And vice versa. Again, if you have a secret admirer with the Page of Cups, I think that maybe you are looking for the type of person that they, what they can provide to your life. And so I definitely get that energy here. I do think you need to daydream more. Like I would encourage it in this reading. You have that Imagine card. Like I think the more you visualize, the better with this reading for sure. You have the Page of Cups, the 10 of Wands, and the Justice card. I definitely feel this is a very balanced person with that Justice card. And with the 10 of Wands, this would say that this is the type of person who makes your life easier, not more complicated, right? So definitely seems like a good person if you want love. This card, the whole entire reading is also amazing for your dreams. Like you have every single card to me that represents dreaming. You have the Knight of Cups twice. You have the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups has this fish in the cup there. And, I always say that we don't know, but that fish might not exist. That fish might be only in his imagination. And the fish represents something that he needs to manifest down on earth. So I feel for a lot of you, there's like a dream that you're clearly trying to manifest. I think it's going to be a lot easier than you think. You just have to get started with the 10 of Wands. So 10 of Wands is about carrying a heavy burden. And the 10 of Wands says that you are carrying a heavy burden that you need to release. So I definitely feel for a lot of you that this could represent, you needing to release a heavy burden or needing to not try so hard. You have the Justice card. I do feel there's justice or balance coming in for you. It's like a balanced connection. So, again, clearly this is a really good love reading in general. And there you go. And the other thing I would say about Justice is it says put more energy into the things that make you feel good, especially with that 9 of Cups. With the Page of Cups, you have the 6 of Cups. 6 of Cups does not have to be a person from the past. I always say I don't read it that way in the first place. That's not even what it represents. It represents thinking about the past. It doesn't say a person from the past. So, there you go. But I would also say that the 6 of Cups to me is a card of a soulmate. So I feel a lot of you could clearly be attracting a soulmate. With the 10 of Wands, you have the Hangman here. Something that you've been waiting for a long time. It's almost like you're getting the green light, maybe is a good way to put it, is that you're getting a green light from the universe or something like that with this energy. I feel that right through the middle here. It's almost like whatever you've been waiting for is here or, what you've been waiting for is appearing, in your life, but it's not really like that. I feel you've been doing a lot of daydreaming. You've been moving a lot of the pieces of the puzzle together. I feel like you've been practicing because you have the Strength card, which says you've been putting things into practice to manifest your dream life or whatever it is that you're trying to create here. I feel like the Hangman is saying you're finally at that point where you're moving forward. With the Justice card, you have the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is a victory, so definitely a big win coming in for you, whatever it is. Could be love, money, spirituality, whatever. But definitely one of the better readings that I've done for you in a while here, Cancer. So I love it. We're going to pull 5 main themes. Let's see. You have this secrets card. This is not like secrets. It's more like the secrets of the universe. It's a card of kind of like manifestation. So I would definitely, this whole entire reading is about manifesting something into your life. You have this organization card. I would get organized and I would like have some sort of plan. I've said this before. I said it in the 2024 readings. I'm pretty sure it was those readings or maybe like other 2024 bonus readings that I did or something. But I remember talking about how I think this year would be an amazing year to have some sort of daily routine. It doesn't even have to be anything, super freaking amazing or anything like that. It could be super simple, but it's almost, for whatever reason, I keep getting this message that it's almost like if you could just have some sort of routine where you fill up your time doing important things or things that are important, you'll be like 20 times more successful. Mark my words. So, if you come up with some sort of routine where maybe you just, but it just has to be like 3 things is what pops into my head. Like maybe, you wake up in the morning, you brush your teeth and you do some affirmations. And then maybe you do just like 1 hour extra work on your side hustle or something like that. Like it doesn't have to be super important, or super great, but whatever it is going to pay off big time is what's popping into my head here. You have this detachment card. Also, a lot of people get this stuff about detaching from outcomes this year. So I think the more the more we could step into that energy of allowing, the better. Let's put it that way. That's kind of what I feel here. You have this impulsiveness card. Yeah, I would let go of kind of like rushing right into things. I do feel that there could be something impulsive having to do with this relationship. So if you meet a person, it might feel a little impulsive or maybe you feel like you're like rushing into things, but I don't know. I feel like it's kind of lucky. There's this horseshoe right here. And so, yes, maybe you do kind of like rush into things with a person, but I also feel that it could be a very lucky thing. You have this horseshoe right here. So, I don't know. If it works, it works, as I always say. You have this discrimination card. This is probably why it's working. This card is about knowing exactly what's right for you and exactly what's wrong for you. And maybe that's why this is working so quickly, like a relationship or whatever it is that you're working on, because you know exactly what is right for you. And maybe this is just saying you've learned your lessons. So pretty interesting reading here, Cancer. I have to say I like it. Thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your week.